Willkommen to another episode of PDXposed from Deutschland. Hi, I'm your host, John Olson. Thanks to Lufthansa's quick and simple connections out of Frankfurt, in less than an hour, we're in München. We know it as Munich. This show is loaded with variety, folks. From a stunning Bavarian town to a world-class airport to a technical museum like you've never seen to beer and a lot more. PDXposed from Munich. We'll be right back. Designed and built to attract the 2006 World Cup, the Allianz Arena is one of Europe's most spectacular new soccer stadiums. It seats 66,000 screaming soccer fans. If you've done some traveling, you know there are no two airports that are the same. Munich is truly one of the premier airports in the world. It is their goal by the year 2010 to be one of the most efficient and attractive hubs in Europe. And as you'll see, they're well on their way. I'm here with Stephanie, who's the Lufthansa Corporate Communications intern, who's going to give us a tour of this beautiful terminal. Tell us a little bit about this airport and kind of how this terminal came to be.
It was owned, built and constructed together from the airport and Lufthansa. It's owned 60% by the airport and 40% by Lufthansa.
This terminal has like minimum connection times, so it's all about passenger flow through, right?
Yeah, we have a connecting time of 30 minutes. This means everything is built quite close together, so all passengers go through the same security, and then it kind of splits up. Upstairs we have the international level, and on this level we have the so-called Schengen level, where all flights are for passengers without a passport control.
The total distance from one end of Terminal 2 to the other end is 1 kilometer in length. But the great part is when you arrive through security, you're at the center of the terminal, so you're never too far from your connecting gate.
This is our own little Allianz Arena. You can watch here current sport events on TV, also go to the internet, and passengers can just relax and have a pleasure time here.
How many million passengers come through this airport every year?
Overall, the airport has a capacity of 50 million passengers.
Now, lots and lots of passengers. There's lots and lots of shopping.
You have quite a variety of different shops. You have some luxury shops where you can spend quite a good amount of money, but then you have also normal restaurants, shops, cafes, and everything you like.
The pleasant surprises continue here at Munich's International Airport. We're standing in Little Italy. That's right, folks. They have their own section for passengers traveling to Italy called Little Italy. Not only do they have their own departure area, they've got their own Italian cafe. If you're flying to Europe or you've got a layover here, Munich's airport is the place to be. The shopping's incredible, it is gorgeous, and check this out, their very own beer garden. Prost! At Schloss Nymphenburg, you'll find King Ludwig I's famous Gallery of Beauties. It contains 36 portraits of women from all sorts of classes, from shoemakers' daughters to daughters of kings. What's unique about this room, and one of the first times this happened, is King Ludwig wanted to prove to the world that you didn't have to be noble to be beautiful. Located just a stone's throw from Marienplatz and right in the heart of Munich, tantalizing and exotic smells drives locals and visitors like moi to the victuals market. With over 140 stalls, there's said to be something to satisfy every taste and every mood. What kind of a mood am I in? Let's see. Look, free samples. Probieren means try. Let's try. Yummy pesto. It looks like you got some wine, you got some cheese, and you got some pink eggs. Yeah. Really knew that went together.
I need to sell some stuff because I need a flight home.
So what are my choices though? I'll buy something from you.
That's very useful.
Converter?
Yeah, for England. Really useful, man. You need one of these.
We're not going there on the way home.
I'm sure you have a girlfriend, you know?
I have somebody that could wear this. I think this is more useful.
That's more useful. Okay.
Yeah.
If I don't sell it, I have to wear it.
Oh, I'm so sorry I bought this, you guys. So it's written that you can find a lot of exotic smells here at the Victuals Market. That's one way to put it. There's lots of cool stuff here at the Victuals Markt. A little bit like Saturday Market, but a couple things you can't get, and something I'm in the mood for, always in the mood when I'm in Germany, is a brat and a beer. Prost. Nowadays, Munich is also getting well known among the international surfing community. Located at one of the entrances to the English Garden is this surfer's paradise. Now, it's not completely legal, but it's completely fun. Located less than an hour's train ride outside of Munich is the stunning artistic village of Murnau. So how many times you get to go in a building that's about 1,300 years older than you? In Murnau, you get that chance. This is the St. George Church, built in 735. Let's take a look. One of the great love stories from the early 20th century was between artists Gabriel Munter and Kandinsky, who lived here in this house in Murnau right before the First World War.
We are standing in the front of the so-called Gabriele Munter house, formerly the Russian house because of Kandinsky. We are looking from here to the marketplace of Murnau. We see on the right side the church, on the left side the so-called museum.
Oh,
As
yeah.
Gabriele Munter painted 1910 in the style of reverse glass painting. And what you are seeing here, the garden, had been restored at the end of the 1900, exactly 1997. The whole house has been restored and renovated after old paintings, pictures and photographs.
Let's go look at the house.
Yes. This was the original entrance to the west side, and this is a very famous staircase from Kandinsky, painted from him, and you see the rider mountaining. The rider of Kandinsky is never descending. This is a very famous painting from Gabriele Munter for an exhibition in Copenhagen. But we'll find upstairs this small terracotta dog. The dog is a symbol of fidelity. And Kandinsky was a musician, and Gabriele Munter, it reflects her personal situation at this time. And there you see the process of work from wood printing, because wood printing, reverse glass printing, the elementary life, this forces you to express the essential, what you are seeing. And all the furnitures you see have been painted by Munter and Kandinsky. This is by Kandinsky. There you see the stroke of the brush, like Virgule's. He put it on it. It's early time from him, influenced by the France painters, by Sisley, by the neo-impressionistic painters.
Murnau was a very, very busy thoroughfare back in the day, so the post office, as you can imagine, was a pretty busy place. I'm standing at the site of the old post office, which was also a hotel. Today it doubles only as a hotel. King Ludwig II used to come here for his favorite omelet. Let's check it out.
This is the merchant sitting on his carriage with the horses. He had to stop, he had to pay tax, and the next day he can go further. So Murnau was a little bit prosperous, or had prosperity at this time. It's really like a performance. They demonstrate the flowers. You are, wie sagt man, animated to buy.
Takes a lot for me to feel tall, folks. I feel tall. Thank you very much for the tour. You've got an amazing town here, Gabriela, but you've been saving the best for last. This is your favorite shop, isn't it?
Okay, thank you very much, because I like ice cream, and the best ice cream of this region. It doesn't matter what time it is.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter if it's cold outside either.
Ice cream is for the senses.
Prost. In 1662, after 10 years of marriage, Duke Ferdinand Maria finally got a son, the heir to his throne. And to show his gratitude to his wife, he built her this lovely palace, Schloss Nymphenburg. Isn't that romantic? The Deutsches Museum is Germany's largest museum. It is a technical display like you have never seen before. You could literally spend a week in this place, more than a week. But we've only got an afternoon, so we're going to hook up with Bernard, the communications director, who's going to take us on a tour of his highlights.
Well, it was founded in 1903 by Oscar Formilla. The idea was to explain to people how technical things work. You know, industrial revolution, a lot of things happening, and well, these things influence people's lives, and they were really interested in one way, but also were afraid of things. Like they thought if you go more than 30 on a train, you would, you know, get sick and ill, and it would be really dangerous thing. In order to explain how things work, this is one of his ideas, to make a hands-on experience in this museum. Well, this is the Junkers airplane, Junkers 52. It was a plane that was produced in Germany. It was built here. The way the aluminum was folded made them very, very durable.
This museum is so realistic, they even have their own airport bar.
So you ever wondered where your suitcase goes once you're on a plane coming over to Europe?
All the time.
Well, we got cut open Airbus right here. With the seats up on top, obviously, where you're sitting. Underneath, you can see how the containers fit into that whole body that you from the outside.
Bernard, you kind of seem to know a little bit about everything. Explain exactly how this works.
It's very easy to figure out, actually. So air goes into that end, exhaust over here, you figure that out.
So, the first German U-boat.
Germany needed to be demilitarized, and one way to do that was to get rid of the submarines, obviously. And well, as you can see here, what we did, we just cut it open. This thing would not swim anywhere.
You guys really are applying how the technology was developed, why it was developed, and how it affects people today.
If something doesn't affect you, you're not really interested in it.
True.
So that's why you're curious. That's why you want to know things. That's why you want to go exploring and find out about things. And this is exactly what we're doing here, explaining to people why does it have an effect on you, and that way you instantly get interested.
Well, speaking of interesting, these models down here, the models all over the Deutsches Museum are absolutely phenomenal.
There's people working here actually building models for a living, and we're keeping the models that we have in the shape that they are.
Okay, man, what is this?
Well, we're pretending to be in a ship at the moment. You can see how the cabins looked earlier on a passenger ship that took you over the ocean. Over here, that would be the sun deck of the back of the boat. Some seagulls that you can hear every now and again. Then this is scenery of Hamburg. So you're pretending to steering us into Hamburg. Thanks.
Sure.
Well, oh, watch out! Oh, there's a boat over there. Just almost missed that one.
So we've told you guys that this museum is all about applying the technology and how it affects your life. You guys have really taken it to the next level here.
Well, something very revolutionary that actually no other museum does. We're exhibiting people, if you want it that way. It's not like a zoo, it sounds a bit crazy, but it's an open research laboratory what we have here. There's a guy, Paul Hicks, he's a researcher, he's doing his PhD, he's a PhD student, so he's researching on nanotechnology, and this is his workplace, and this TV frame is one of them. It's made out of a material that does not burn because of the coating of this material. And
I just like the fact that if your house burns down, you can still catch like PDXposed.
Still sitting there watching it.
No house, but you can watch the show.
That's right.
It's nice.
That's the whole point.
So everything you always wanted to know about cameras.
Cameras,
and film.
Photo and film. This is the exhibition, and you have here like the whole timeline with this glass display case, transparent touch screen. It's going to touch it, it's going to start, and drag it to the camera you want to look at.
Oh, nice. So this is where bird's eye view came from.
You see a dove, a pigeon, that has a little camera strapped to it. So you took the bird, strapped the camera to it, and the difficulty was to put the timer into that position so you could get a picture. And here's a good shot where they got the castle that they wanted to take a picture of.
These are cool.
1900s, 1800s, some really old things made out of, well, animal parts and some weird constructions.
I've never tried to play the bagpipes.
Nah, me neither.
But speaking of pipes, there's a trumpet over here because I did grow up playing trumpet.
Okay.
There's a trumpet with 6 bells.
Let's take a look at this, right over there. So John, Portland has a lot of bridges, right?
They do.
Well, we do as well. I don't know, we might have a little bit more. We have a huge bridge right in here in the building, and then lots of models.
Okay, this might be my favorite, and it's got to be one of the more intricate models in the Deutsches Museum. This is incredible.
Our model builders were working a long time on that, and it shows you the construction side of a huge bridge, and with a lot of details, and well, the size is just impressive itself, even though it's just a model. Beautiful exhibit right here, a sundial. Some kings would sit outside and have their golden cup, their golden watch. Nothing else than you today have an expensive watch to indicate your status. That was back then already the case.
Step into the past, the present, and the future at the Deutsches Museum in Munich. The annual highlight on Munich's calendar is, of course, Oktoberfest. Every year for 16 days, over 6 million people from all over the world pile into 11 tents just like this to drink beer. Lots of beer. Now, if you're coming to Munich for Oktoberfest, you're going to want to check your calendar because Oktoberfest actually starts in September. And as you can see, it's about ready to get going. So you're probably saying at this point in the show, come on dude, the show's almost over, you're in Munich, where's all the beer? We know you guys like to drink beer on PDXposed. Well, it just so happens that beer is not just beer in Munich, it's considered nutrition, it's a way of life. So I'm kind of feeling in the need for a nutritional shake. Why not have it at the #1 beer hall in the world, auf der Welt, the Hofbrauhaus. they've been brewing beer for many, many years, and there's many, many locals that come here. But the coolest part for them is they have their own mugs. So when they come here, they just unlock their padlock. That's right, people. They lock their beer mugs in Munich. They're considered very valuable. And then they can have their own mug. Okay, so I already beer. Let's complete the transaction. What's your name?
Azzurro.
Azzurro. Where are you from,
Si.
Azzurro?
Yeah, I come from Bosnia.
From Bosnia?
Yes.
So what's so special about the Hofbrauhaus beer?
This best beer on the world.
Best beer in the world? I'll be the judge of that. I'm with some people from South Carolina, and there's a little problem here at this table. What do you think that problem is?
It's not enough beer here.
What, you guys don't drink beer in South Carolina? You came here to just like have water? What's up with
Actually,
that?
they're looking for bigger liter. You know, we like 2 liter glasses.
We're going to see what we can do here to get you guys some beer, because this is a serious problem at the Hofbrauhaus. There is nothing like a pretzel in Germany, especially at the Hofbrauhaus. How many pretzels do you guys go through every day here at the Hofbrauhaus?
In the weekend, thousands.
It's healthy, right?
Yeah, it's healthy and tasty.
Okay, danke schön.
Ja, bitteschön. Ciao.
Okay, what's your name?
Imke.
Where are you from?
Middle Germany.
Middle Germany, what's the city? I've never heard of that.
Should I speak German?
Well, nobody would understand because we're American TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
I went to California.
You did?
Yes.
I've never heard of that. Where is that?
California?
Yeah, where is that? I don't know.
It's West Coast.
Oh! Oh, that's right. Our state is attached to it. We live in Oregon.
Oh, Oregon.
Do you know Oregon?
I've never been there, but I know it, yeah.
Okay, so you wanted to say some words to our viewers. What do you want to say?
I just wanted to say hello to USA. I like you so much, and I will visit you soon.
Well, you're welcome to join us.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was nice to meet you here in Munich.
So if you've been out and about in the world, you've definitely seen a Hofbrauhaus t-shirt or sweatshirt somewhere. This is where you get it. The beloved Hofbrauhaus has been serving beer to Munich locals and tourists from all across the world since 1644 and definitely lives up to its reputation. Great pretzels, tasty beer, and great oompa music. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special episode of PDXposed from Germany. And thanks to our local sponsors, American Laser, Comcast, Latitudes, London Influence, and the Showroom. A very special thank you, vielen Dank, to Lufthansa Airlines and the German National Tourist Office, and especially the people here in Germany, the locals who made this trip so special. We'll see you next time on PDXposed. Make good memories, everybody. Built in 735. Let's take a look. Munich has more fountains than any city within Munich, within 1 kilometer of Munich, in the history of the world. Mike actually did the Glockenspiel dance. It's under construction. He felt like, what's the problem? I might as well get up there and give it to the girls. No. Nice. Yeah. Woo!